Okay, today we're going to be working with a new chart. In fourth grade, you work with the chart. This chart is a little different. So please ask Mrs. DeConey where the chart is if you don't know. And you will need two pens, wipe off pens to write on the chart. Okay, now that you have the chart, I would like you to look at the chart and take a few seconds, minutes, and talk with your partner about how many spaces or squares are on this chart. Is this a hundreds chart, a millions chart? What kind of chart is it and how do you know? Please have that discussion with your partner and see if you guys can come up with an answer. This should be no more than about 4 minutes. Um, So now that you have figured out that it's a 10 thousandths chart, um, I would like you to think about what would happen if I asked you to fill in every square by writing what number it is. So I want you to start at 1 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How long would that take you to fill in a 10 thousandths chart? You're right. It would take us a very long time, more time than we have. So I would like you to put a 1 up in the first in the left hand corner and 10,000 in the bottom right hand corner. And then I want you to think about, take about 1 minute to talk with your partner. What would be some good landmark numbers that we would put on that chart to help me find other numbers very quickly? So an example is if I would give you the number 6,299, how would I quickly find that and what do I need for landmark numbers? Okay, now that you've had a chance to discuss that, I want you to take 10 minutes and no more than 10 minutes to fill in those landmark numbers that you and your partner have decided to that are important landmark numbers. Now, I wouldn't go 1, 2, 3, 4 because we just talked about how long that would take. First, use your strategies and then go on. Okay, begin filling it in, 10 minutes tops. So we know that it is a 10 thousandths chart. My strategy would have been to put all the multiples of 1,000, maybe the multiples of 100, numbers that end in 25 and 50. Those are some really good, strong landmark numbers. Okay, by looking at the chart and the landmark numbers that you have, you and your partner, I want you to ask yourselves, where would I put 1,223 on the chart? And how do you know that? Once you've discussed that, I want you to put that on the chart. Now that you have that number on, I want you to go to what number would be one row below 3,750. Once you've talked about it, I want you to put that one on. Then, what number would be 3 rows below 3,750? Remember that I want you to be talking in place value and why, what place value is important when I'm asking you this and why. My last question for you, oh, add that number to the chart, please. How many rows above this number of 3,750 would be 3,550? And how do you know that? Now that you've got these strategies down and we kind of centrally located all these numbers, I want you to take 5 minutes each and I want you to call out numbers, big numbers, small numbers, that you want your partner to locate on the chart and mark. Please change pen colors again because I would like to see how you've done each step. So give about 5 numbers to each other back and forth to locate on the chart. Kind of get to know where would those 10,000 numbers be according to the other numbers, and what place values do you really have to look at. And hopefully you'll identify how important those landmark numbers are to be thinking about. Once you get that done, fold your chart up and go ahead and you have homework of pages 1, and that's it. You have just page 1 to do, and that shouldn't take you very long. It's all, again, place value.